Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Deafen My Viewers with Alarm Sounds. And by that I mean let's play SimCity 4 with me, X2X. Previously, we worked our industry to the bone, trying to maximize our job count. We did a fairly good job of that. And now we are working on some transit solutions because I have been doing a bit of a shitty job with getting my Sims to work and home quickly. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of you. And I have to dezone that neighborhood, the whole thing, and it's pretty straightforward why. Oh, no I don't, never mind, ignore me. I didn't actually have to, but I did anyway because I'm a bit of a goof. It never hurts to have green parks. They eliminate pollution and they increase desirability, and even around commercial that's relevant, pollution and desirability. Pollution not so much because traffic around commercial is really positive, but pollution still lowers desirability, I think, across the board. See, they do still track it, which means it is still important. They have high customers, which is always a good thing for your commercial services. Anybody who runs a business or owns a business or likes to go out to businesses will tell you that customers are your business. So what I'm hoping to do is address the issue of traffic in this neighborhood, and then hopefully not make the same mistake that I made last time, which was building a neighborhood without any transit infrastructure. So what I did there is I dezoned completely a high-tech industrial place. The reason I did that is pretty straightforward. I just built a city full of high-tech industrial jobs, and I don't really foresee a lot of those high-tech industrial jobs staying here. So some growth. Now we'll take a look and see how they're doing. Not good. Well, some of them are doing well. So hopefully, I'm doing this the wrong way because I'm kind of silly. Nope. All right. So this guy has a lot of people are going there. That's not surprising. So some of these places just got way better. Hopefully that's not too. Ooh, that is a lot of people. So there you go. Obviously, there you go. Interlinking the neighborhoods obviously made the transit system much better. And you can see that in our root query, right? Which is a good thing. Having that work will probably grow this part of the neighborhood quite a bit. And you can see we gobbled up that growth like that fast. Alright, now what I want to do is, my guess is that Sims won't work in anywhere that's too far away, but what they will do is work somewhere that becomes closer via mass transit. Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, disregard. So we're going to continue demolishing our hard work, because that's how we roll. And from what my peers have been telling me, subways are just more efficient if they have bus stops near them, because Sims can't get out of the subway and get into their car. And So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create a double infrastructure where a sim can take a bus after they get out of their subway station, and thus hopefully increase ridership. Hopefully ridership's a word. If not, disregard. I really don't want to have to destroy that building that's right there. But you know what, I think that's a reasonable length between stops. In truth, I have no idea what the reasonable length is between stops, but I'm just sort of like, you know, making it up as I go. I did kind of a weird dance in my chair there. It was pretty fun. I'm sad I couldn't. I'm sad I can't put that dance on YouTube, because like, that would be 1,000 subscribers just for that dance. Not that it's all about subscribers. For me, it's just wanting to have my videos watched. That's all. I don't want to be a YouTube celebrity. I don't want to have to play Minecraft. Even though I have been enjoying a little bit of Minecraft here and there lately. And I don't particularly see myself as becoming a YouTube celebrity. However, I like it when my videos get watched, because in truth, I started doing this because I wanted to help other people play games. So there you go. There's a little bit of why Xbox does what he does. I'm sure I'll make a video about that sometime. Not today. So I'm gonna let it run, let about a month go by, and pause. And let's do some looking and seeing how our subway is doing. A couple of riders, plenty of riders, tons of riders. And with our route query, let's see where everybody's going. So this is for me, this is success, because what you can see is like all of the pink lines are pedestrians. The pedestrians are either riding the subway to get home, okay, like this, or they're riding the subway to get to their jobs. And what you can see is you can see them using all the different subway areas to get to where they need to go, right? And these subway stations have become more efficient. Now, hopefully that means we're generating many, many, many more fares, which we are, and the cost is still manageable. And by manageable, of course, I mean the cost is twice, we're making twice what we're spending. But we are dangerously close to non-profitability. And not the kind of non-profitability like the United Way, the kind of non-profitability that would have us in the poor house. Would be nice to have one right there. Oh, I see you, little man. And now I don't, sadly. Ha, that's a bus stop if I ever saw one. So, this is kind of a pain in the ass because it's so much easier to do if I had done this first. But it does go to show you that retrofitting is possible, if not a bit more time consuming. Okay. There he is. Haha. Mr. Park. So what we'll do is, what I would really like designed is, for all of you SimCity modders out there, is if somebody could design a mod that would allow us to have L-shaped buildings, so that we could have the building and then a park here, right? That's a lot of red tape. I would really like that. So if you look at our commutes, they're actually not bad. They're down to medium, whereas before they were long. And I'm pretty happy with how that's going so far. And I need to get back to my original view, which is like that, like that. Buildings are darkening out. I don't like to see that. Maybe these buildings are just dark by nature. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Because they fall into like a little bit of disrepair if they start to lose desirability. That's kind of cool. You can see like the windows open and stuff, and on this guy you have all the like the lawn furniture on the nice balconies. I tell you, this would be an amazing apartment to have right there in downtown Ricky's Used Shit. Although I'm not sure I would move into Ricky's Used Shit based on the name. That's probably a judgment call. I'm sure somebody would probably want to live in a city with that name. Probably not Mormon people. They usually don't like swearing. Or, I don't know, other various non-swearing religious sects. Oh, one right there. Haha, I finally get to destroy a store that doesn't matter. Yeah, right there. Oh, come on. Come on, come on. Yeah, give me garbage. Alright. Every time I say give me garbage, if you're wondering where I get that from, the love of my life, my girlfriend, has a fascination, a real love for Hackers, the movie. And so I've seen Hackers, the movie, about, oh, I don't even know what a fair estimate would be. Lots. Like 50, 60 times. And of course, Xbox forgets to build a bus stop. So we go back to build one. Anyway, so that give me garbage is a Hackers quote. I sort of hate when people are playing games and they make an inane quote and then they chuckle themselves, but then they're like, they don't bother to explain to you where the quote is from. Makes me kind of grumpy. Makes Xbox a little grumpy. So what I'm actually going to do there is try to waste less space by building like that. And since there's a huge park there, I don't particularly want to, you know, build a big park. So yeah, that's why I did that. A little bit of insightful commentary there for you. And I want two more, so one in that corner right there for sure. I hope this isn't like very tiresome to watch or anything like that. My inkling is that like if you're watching somebody play SimCity, you know, you want to see them play SimCity. But if it is really boring, let me know in a comment or PM, and I'll address the issue by trying to only do exciting things. Anyway, the whole goal of what we're doing right now is just to is destroying some of these buildings is going to give us a little bit of demand to sort of move around and fiddle with, and that's not entirely irrelevant, but solving the traffic issue is really going to help in a few different ways. You know, one of the reasons we're actually that our budget outlook is looking a little bit more grim is we're actually destroying tax-paying buildings, and those tax-paying buildings were generating money. Excuse me. And happily, I just was able to finish an exam for one of my courses. So that's happy news because it means I'll have more time to do this. So press play a little bit, and I let it run for a couple of seconds here and take a look at traffic degeneration. You can see right away those buildings are growing, and that's directly a result of us giving those as accessibility. I really don't want to consume too much demand though, which it might be a little late for. So boom, that's done. We have I am very happy with how our transit system is functioning. We still have horribly high levels of traffic, but if we were to look at our subway, we have a very, very functional subway system. And this is new for me. I actually haven't done this in any of my cities. The combination of bus stops and one of the reasons it's been so successful, if you're curious, the main reason it's been so successful has to do with the wealth of Sims that we actually put here. So I kind of cheated a little bit by getting rid of all the high wealth Sims and jobs to show you sort of what the problem is. Otherwise, high wealth Sims don't like to use mass transit, and that's sort of it's a little bit of a reality for the game. It's something you're just gonna have to learn to deal with in terms of when we make our high wealth city. Mass transit is definitely not going to be a good option for us. And I'm getting ahead of myself, of course. So I'm going to first build my overpasses. And what I'm going to try to do for this one is I'm going to try to do like I do with all of my videos, is where I'm going to have my gifts. I have a house of worship to place, and I probably should place the zoo, and I probably should make sure that those tards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, those guys, pardon me, are getting water. there's anything you'd like to see me do that I haven't done, or that you think would be interesting to watch me do, feel free to let me know. I'm not going to do anything, but I will consider reasonable inquiries. You know, if you want to see me build a city that just imports garbage and burns it to make power or something like that. I might do it for the novelty of showing you why it doesn't work. You know, but if you have some zany idea, like, you know, build a city whose population only works at a circus, I'll have to judge all zany possibilities and ideas on their own merits. How's that for like a super generic statement that doesn't mean anything? First things first. All right, connect our network up. This is the most important connection. This connection, I would almost say you don't even have to build. And I have a feeling that this connection get ignored. But there are some commercial buildings around them, and we could check their sales. It says hi customers, which is good. And then, so we got the airport here, which is great. This airport is severely damaging our neighborhood's viability. And so we'll put our main avenue. I'd love a centering tool in the next SimCity they build. Just a tool that I could, like, even just a compass, so that I could put down and make sort of a circle. That's kind of me making a circle, or even like so that I could make just square. You know, even the ability to custom build my own templates, so that I could have and go like square, 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 square outwards. You know, square, 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 square. Or even like just to be able to take my donut and be like copy, paste, right? And save myself the work of counting. You may say, well, that's kind of lazy. That takes the fun out of the game. And I would say that in some ways I agree. If you take a look at the zoning in another popular and almost brand new city building game, there you can actually just zone out the zones with the roads built in it. I'm not going to go into it. I don't really like the look of the game. I don't really like the micro scale control the game gives you. I don't really like how the regional interaction works. In fact, you know, trying to be nice because I haven't played it. I just need to play it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for myself and make a decision. Anyway, you guys are here for SimCity. SimCity's what I'm gonna give you. While we groove out the music. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. That went way better than I had hoped. And we'll experiment by building like train and bus stops, subway and bus stops here, because I think actually our subway will go like like that, and then we'll have a stop here and a stop there to feed into the airport to see if that's at all relevant. I don't know that it will be, but it might be. You never know. You know, I think for this particular guy, we'll pre-build the subway. In probably the next video, we'll pre-build the subway so that we can just plop it down and have it be in there and not have to think about it and retrofit it like we did here and here, because retrofitting seems like it's like more work. The reality is, though, we really need to be profitable because we cannot afford to not be. Not in a city like this that has so much infrastructure. And it shows you that, like, how easy it is to sort of like dink around, you know, building, you know, certain buildings and then end up being like, wow, I can't make a profit anymore, you know. But we do have a solution for that. It's right here. Well, first it's right here, then it's right here. People, then taxes. If you're like a super neoconservative and you don't like tax and spend, SimCity would be a hard game. A hard game for you to do well at with that strategy, because this game's all about taxing and spending. Yeah, that's a 6 point. I guess I'll break it up. Fine. Oh, I did that wrong too. Derp. This is incorrect here a little bit. Anyway, you guys have seen me do this enough. And in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I feel like splitting that up? Yeah, maybe just like that. One-way connections. I'm coming to close to the end of the video, and I turned the loud, obnoxious alarm clock off. I apologize profusely for that. I am very, very new to recording, and so editing that out is not within my skill set in AVS. But I will hope that eventually I will be able to go back and edit the parts out of those videos. But who knows? Alright. And making some connections. We got ourselves a nice little donut. We have water. And power will be provided for. So, in the next episode of Let's Play SimCity, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be building a large, very, very large residential portion, and surrounding that residential portion with commercial, very similar to what I've done here, but I'm going to do a few things differently first. The first thing I'm going to do differently is I'm going to outline the subway before we put anybody down. I'm going to install all of the bus stops and all of the train stops before anybody moves in. Once all of that's done, then we'll begin to zone. So hopefully what you'll get a sense for is you'll get a sense for how you can adapt your building style to reflect the needs of your city. And so that's it for this episode. I hope you guys will join me for the next episode of Let's Play SimCity 4. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.